and we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel is just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies that they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yeah. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam on this good Sunday. We back again to get boxing is just due. Y'all already know how we do, man. If y'all catch this on the playback, y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel, come rock out with the fam. We gonna keep it moving. What's going on with y'all, man? Did y'all enjoy that day of boxing that we had yesterday? Did y'all enjoy it, man? Because I, for one, I enjoyed the action from yesterday. It was a lot of boxing on. It's always a good problem to have a lot of fights being on. And salute to everybody that came through the streams. We did like 10 minutes shy of 10 hours. 10 hours. So the grind is real, man. You know what I mean? I put in a lot of hours yesterday, and I'm right back at it again. You know, do some good old post-fight thoughts, man. We gonna get through it. And we gonna get through it. There's a lot of good action. Little upset. I think, in my opinion, I seen an upset that took place yesterday. The return of Antoine Russell. You know, Navarrete and Oscar Valdez delivered. You know, it was a lot of good action yesterday, man. It's a lot of good fights. And that's what you want, man. That's a good day, good night of boxing, day and night of boxing, man. Let me say what's up to the fam. Andrew Gray, what's good with it? Drew, how you feeling? Miss Joette, salute to the queen. Edgar Chavez jerseys in the building. Mike, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling? Y'all enjoyed that good old, a lot of action, man. Undercard boxing was good with it. Yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? BVO was good with it, fam. It was a good night of boxing, man. Like I said, salute to the people that truly supports the grind like that, man. Because sitting up there on the stream for over 5 hours and then turning around 30 minutes later doing another almost 5-hour stream. It ain't that easy. And I bet you the average person not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I hear people complain after about 20, 30 minutes, they'd be ready to hop off, let alone 2 5-hour lives back to back. So salute to the people that continue to support the grind and really understand the work that's being put in. Yeah, KOs and TKOs, man. So look, we're gonna talk about it. You know, it was several different fights that I appreciate you too, Brody. Several different fights. And I got another hat with a different color lettering. Y'all like the black lettering on the hat? I think I like the black lettering as well as the white lettering. Yeah, nope. I think I like them both. I just wanted to pop up for a second on y'all. Yeah, no. But yeah, let's talk about this, man. It's a lot of good action yesterday. A lot of good action, y'all. A lot of good action, man. Let me see where I can start at. I know they got the heavyweight, I think he's a heavyweight, Johnny Fisher. He got him a knockout, which was expected. But that ESPN delay was the most bogus thing that I think I've witnessed in boxing, in terms of having an app that you're paying for and not working, like all the way up until the end, like the way they dragged that out. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Just came in the mail. I just hate how they be having like hat be bent up, my brim be bent. We're going to have to fix that. They be bending my brims up and shit and looking like somebody already wore them. We're going to fix that issue, though. We're going to fix the ESPN's trash. The delay was ridiculous. Yeah, Roger, it was wild, bro. It was wild. That delay was disrespectful. The black lettering better. They're both nice. Yeah, that's why I said, let me get one of both of them. But yeah, man, good night of boxing. We seen an upset with the young kid, TREVON Marshall. You know, they put him in there with GABRIEL, MAESTRE, and I think it's a chance that they could have moved him a little too quickly. That just goes to show you that PBC do match their fighters up a bit more tough than a lot of other guys. And it wasn't like he was outgunned in terms of skill. I just think it was pedigree and experience, right? I think MAESTRE was an Olympian, and this is why I keep telling people it's something about that Olympic pedigree that you can't ignore, especially when a guy was a hell of a Olympian and then transition into a damn good pro. It's like, you get what I'm saying? They take them experiences with them. And even though, you know, TREVON Marshall had more fights, you get what I'm saying? MAESTRE still had more experience. You get what I'm saying? So, and it played out that way. You've seen it. Like, you've seen the way the fight played out. So, I mean, he caught Martin early, man, and you know, he rocked him, and he ain't let the young boy off the hook. He got him up out of there in 2 rounds. And it's the same dude that got Devin Alexander out in 3 rounds. So he's done it. He has done this before. You get what I'm saying? And I consider this an upset because I'm pretty sure people was picking Marshall to come out here and you know, get the job done. But I think his biggest issue was he was swinging when he should have been holding it or blocking, covering up. You get what I'm saying? He was trying to exchange while he was hurt. And all that did was put him in a position to get hit with more shots. And then the fact that he actually landed a nice hook in that exchange and looked like it wobbled MAESTRE for a quick second, it made him think that, you know, that was the right course of action because he had some level of success while he was doing it. But all that did was put him in his position to be greedy in the moment. And just because you landed that one shot while you were still hurt, you get what I'm saying? That more was just you fighting off instinct than you setting that shot up. So again, you landing it and then continuing to try to swing, you know, and fight with your back on the ropes was just tough. Like, it's a tough position to be in. And you can see where his inexperience was. You get what I'm saying? Experienced fighter is not only, he was like a double negative. Not only were you buzzed and hurt, clearly, your back was against the ropes and you were still trying to fight with your back against the ropes while he was hurt, swinging while he was swinging. It was wild. It was a little, you know, it was rough. It was rough. AJ Knox had to prime Mike Tyson. Said time for a Vila fight. Right, man. I hated saying that. Yeah, man. TREVON Marshall, the young kid, got stopped. I wrote on his Instagram, I rock with him, win, lose, or draw, because I do. I still think he's a hell of a fighter. I just think he got caught early. And again, the loss might look bad, but in hindsight, it's better to be caught early than to get beat up and taken apart and then get stopped, right? You get what I'm saying? He just happened to get caught early, before he could even really work a sweat up. So that's what you could call getting caught cold. And again, instead of him, you can tell it was an unfamiliar position for him to be in because of the way he responded, right? Crazy thing is the way he got knocked down. Like you would have thought his eyes would have been all over the place. It wasn't. His eyes was clear. So you get what I'm saying? He still had his balance. So the dude, he can recover pretty quick. But I think, in those exchanges is where he got himself back in trouble. And then, with his back being against the ropes and Buzz, you swinging punches and you landed a nice one. And then that just built up a false sense of confidence. And it made you continue to, try to fight through that storm when you should have, tied him up, reset, cleared your head a little bit. And that's why I say that's where the inexperience comes in, that you'll probably see the next time he's in a situation like that, he'll know how to react and respond. You get what I'm saying? And when you young like that, you fight a lot of times off bravado, and that bravado gets you hurt. You get what I'm saying? Last night, that's what it was, Young boy was fighting back hard. And it just didn't pay out. It didn't pay off for him. It wasn't a smart move to exchange while being hurt with your back against the ropes. Or you got a guy, coming on because he see that you hurt. You get what I'm saying? So, it's a learning experience for the young TREVON Marshall. Hardcore boxing news. Salute. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that one. Me either, Jay. Hey, Jay, man, I don't know. Did you see any of my comments today? Because, the last 2 days, I don't think you've been seeing me. I don't know what happened. My comment be disappearing. I don't know what happened. But I was over there today. I kept making sure I was tagging you to see if you could see it, but for some reason, I don't think you seen none of the comments in there. Right. Inexperience, Mike. Inexperience for sure. He got hit hard and couldn't get off the ropes. And again, he just didn't make the necessary moves to get himself off the ropes. What you're supposed to do was tie Buddy up. Tie him up. Ain't nothing wrong with tying up. That don't make you soft. It's nothing about that. Tie up, bro. Tie up is like a lost art. Clinching is like a lost art. It's like some of these young fighters treat clinching like how some stubborn quarterbacks treat sliding in the NFL, right? It doesn't make you soft if you're a quarterback and you about to take an unnecessary hit and you go ahead and slide to save your body. It's the same thing when you hurt in boxing. You go ahead and tie a guy up to kind of reset and slow down what's happening. It's almost like taking a time out in basketball when somebody, you get what I'm saying? Got a little lead on, building some momentum. You clinch, you slow that momentum down, you reset, you tie them up. You get what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. And you always see me. That's why I say, I don't know. Sometimes people be getting blocked by mistake because I notice my comments that disappear. Like if I pull the chat down, pull it back up. I don't know, but I was there, and I did this the last couple of days I was there. I still was listening, even though you probably ain't see the comments, but y'all make sure, man, if y'all haven't checked out Hardcore Boxing News, it's another good brother, man. Good content, good energy. Or like I said, always a good laugh, and you're going to get your dose of the boxing. You know what I mean? You're going to watch Jay throw a couple, combinations out there. You know what I'm saying? I love good energy like that, man. I appreciate you, Jay, but I just wanted to let you know I was in there. I started to call in too, but then I got distracted. I was about to call in and tell you, I think I'm blocked by mistake or something, maybe. Sorry, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? CJ throw a couple of them combinations, them good old combinations, man. Ain't nothing like that good energy, man. Then you get up, you come on early in the morning too. Start the day off right with that good old energy, some good boxing talk, man. I said these fights last night though was good, man. TREVON Marshall, like I said, I think that was an upset. Inexperience, I think, is what caught him. And I don't want to blame nobody in terms of how they was moving him, but that was a real test. And I know people look at the number of fights and they'll just think that's the end all be all. No, that guy was a former Olympian. He got pedigree. You get what I'm saying? It's experience that comes with that. So he might not have it in a number of fights, but you get what I'm saying? He's had that experience before, and you can tell the way he approached the fight. So I mean, kudos to Maestre, man. He went out there and shocked the young boy. But again, you know, I hate to see the young fighters lose, but again, it's better to see them lose like this, get caught cold, because that's kind of what that was, instead of getting took apart for 5-6 rounds or whatever the case, X amount of rounds, and then you get knocked out. You get what I'm saying? It could do something to your psyche. I think in this situation, you know, it's easy. You go back to the drawing board and you see, oh, okay, right here, I was swinging and fighting when I should have been holding it, tying up. You get what I'm saying? And it don't make you no less of no fighter to tie a guy up, yo. When he getting in your ass, tie him up, grab him, tie him up, slow it down, make the ref break it up, buy you a couple seconds to clear your head, and you get back to it. Even I suggest taking a knee, like these fighters, like y'all be willing to try to tough it out and take all this unnecessary punishment, man. I done seen the knee save somebody. I done seen the knee be the difference between a guy getting knocked out and getting a knockout because he was smart enough to do it. And again, you know that it comes with experience, man. Comes with experience, man. It's a 2-time gold medal. You see what I'm saying? Salute to my bro, undercard boxing. That eye still hurting. I was hoping for he would do right, tie him up and hold him and let the ref do her job, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you was trying to fight through it. Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute to the OG. His eyes was very clear. He just needed to clinch. Right. You seen how clear his eyes was, Jay? That's one of the first things I look for. Body language, eyes. See if your eyes all over the place. You look like, oh, snap, I ain't never been hit with this. He never had that look. I was impressed. His recovery was good, but he put himself back in harm's way when he got caught with some more shots. Put himself right up on the ropes. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say these young kids need to work on, you know, defense, man. Always work on being able to protect yourself at your worst moments, man, so you can make it through. 10K was good with it, fam. Yeah. Big Baby and Usyk fight the same day. They do. But again, a learning experience for the young Trayvon Marshall. And like I said, I hate to see the young fighters lose, but this is a prime example of that narrative that I like to push, that you can support the fighters, win, lose, or draw. This is a prime example. I will continue to support the young man. I seen him fight once live at the Prudential Center. He went out there and got a knockout. I was impressed, man. You know, he got a good skill set. He's talented. He's strong. He got good size. You get what I'm saying? I just think he made some mental mistakes that cost him. And you get what I'm saying, in this fight. So it wasn't a matter of him being outskilled and outgunned and things like that. It was just a matter of, you know, making some mistakes and, you know, knowing when to tie up instead of fight back. Tim, what's going on, Tim? How you feeling, bro? Appreciate you stopping through. So again, it was good. It was good to it was a good night of boxing, but again, that was the upset for me. You know what I mean? But he, like I said, he young. He'll bounce back. He'll get back to it. Fate was good with it, bro. Yeah, he says, I came here today. He said, pretty boy Floyd beats Bud. I think so too, bro. Respect to Bud Crawford, a hell of a fighter, but I just feel like pretty boy Floyd was just a generational talent. You know what I'm saying? Generational talent. He's God gifted. You get what I'm saying? You got very talented guys, and then you got guys that are God gifted. I feel like Floyd Mayweather was one of them. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But again, salute to Trayvon Marshall, man. You'll be back. And big salute to Gabriel Maestre, man. That was a hell of a win. You know what I mean? He making a little name for himself. You get what I'm saying? Making a name for himself. But another prospect that happened to have a fight on the opposite card, you know what I mean? I had to go back and watch some highlights and stuff of. I pretty much seen what that fight was Emiliano Vargas, which I believe is going to be, I believe he's the most talented out of the Vargas brothers. I do. I think Emiliano is that one. He aggressive. He got power. You get what I'm saying? He's fast. You get what I'm saying? He's tough. He got some dog in him. He like to fight. Get what I'm saying? I like his energy, man. And he went out there and got him as you can see in this thumbnail, he went out there and got him a knockout. I believe second round knockout. Had a 4-rounder. Kid can flat out fight. He can flat out fight, and you can tell he's well schooled. He's well schooled, and I like what I'm seeing from him. The only, you know, obviously the only biggest critique I got for him is just making sure that, you know, you're not in a rush to eat your food. Now, I understand not playing with your food, but make sure you don't be in a rush to eat your food and wind up choking. But that's not been the case. I think he's very comfortable in there to be so young. And he got a ton of talent, man. I think you're going to hear that name ringing for a while, man. I really do. I think he he one of the ones that really stick around for a minute. And he nice. My shoes still rocking, John. I know that chin look a little different. I think what it is when you allow that chin to get tested so early. I think he got caught cold, and that's why I always question: do these guys be warming up in the back in the locker rooms and stuff? Y'all be doing all that sitting and chilling and looking good and fixing your trunks and all this other stuff, man. Do y'all be warmed up, or do y'all be getting in there and getting caught cold? And I think that's kind of what happened too. Yeah, they hating on young Vargas already. Yeah, he nice, 10K for his young boy, man. He nice. They call him cocky now. He fighting nobody. I don't think they realize he barely 20. Yeah, they tripping. They tripping. That young boy ain't even got a bunch of fights, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Who is he supposed to be fighting at this point? You get what I'm saying? People don't even know who they expect him to be fighting. They just say stuff. He's fighting bums right now, man. This young kid. Young boy, young whippersnapper can fight, I tell you that. I mean, what they're calling cocky is him simply being a confident young kid, because make no mistake about it, he ain't short on confidence at all. You make no mistake about it. You can see that about him. But again, I think in this sport, man, what we call it cocky is you know, that's just the way certain fighters are built. You get what I'm saying? I think in a sport like boxing, that's as deadly and dangerous as boxing, you can't afford to be short on no confidence. You get what I'm saying? And I would rather, I would rather you be looked at as being cocky than a guy that's not confident and sure of himself. You get what I'm saying? I would rather them look at you like that than a guy that, you get what I'm saying, that questions himself and don't really believe that he can get it done. And I just, again, you just don't see that with the young Emiliano Vargas, man. That young man get in there and he get right to it, man. Get in the ring, how EJ says, when you get in the ring, he's stepping. That's how he be coming. Right. They know he'll be a potential threat to their favorite. They know that. JJ, salute fan. Dante, all boxing talk. What's good with it? Like the Mason and Vargas, they both fighting same level right now. Gotta keep it real. True indeed, bro. The Zoom verse, what's good with it, Brody? Peace and blessings to my bro. How you feeling? But yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Look, I'm just not that guy. I'm not the guy that's gonna trash, prospects' resumes on the way up. Like we don't know that these dudes got to get built. Emiliano, although he's very talented, he still got to get his seasoning. You can't get what I'm saying. You can't just rush like who he supposed to be fighting, world champions. Like people got to cut it out. Dude don't even got 10 fights, man. People be tripping. Let this man get some seasoning, man. Let him. They don't know. Like let these, all the work that these dudes put in to just for one night of work. You think they're not going to be extremely excited and ecstatic when they win? Just think about that. You training for weeks on end, bro. Weeks on end, couple months at a time. Whole training camp, all for this one night's of work. And you think that they're not going to have like no type of, excitement about themselves after they done put all that work in, and then they go out there and get the desired result because they know they've been working. We got to start allowing these young kids to enjoy life, man. They young and they enjoying boxing, bro. You know what I mean? They're enjoying the sport that's as dangerous as this for our entertainment. Let these young kids go out there and enjoy their wins, man, especially when they putting in that work and looking spectacular, man. That's what the young boy looked like last night. Looked spectacular, man. Went out there, he had a very confident opponent that he was fighting. Dude was confident, cocky, running his mouth. Somebody told me he did the throat slit emoji, like, the little, motion with the throat, like you know what I mean? It was, and you humble a guy like that, and not only humble him, you stop him, beat him up, beat the fight out of him, man. Yeah, I'm gonna talk my stuff after that. So, man, that was another good fight of the night. Good fight on the night. I like what I seen again from the young Emiliano. I think he went out there and showed why his name ringing a little bit and why he gonna be around. And again, with his father being who he was, his son, he making sure his son getting that top-notch smoke, man. The young boy done been in there with some of the best of them already. So make no mistake about it, he putting that work in and it's showing. Get what I'm saying? It's showing, and his star is shining bright right now. So I'm going to just keep an eye on him and see how he continue to progress. But I expect this young boy to continue to win for right now because it seems like he one of them ones, man. Well-schooled. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm noticing, a lot of these newer fighters that's coming up, these prospects, although they might, have a money punch or something like that, but they're still two-handed fighters, meaning they don't rely too heavily on one punch to get the job done. Like they're going to get you with whatever shot is available. You get what I'm saying? With either hand. So that's what you see with him. Good body shots on both sides. Like the kid got good reflexes, he got speed, got some good pop. I like what I see from him. A well-balanced fighter, man. And I think he gonna potentially be a world champion, future world champion for sure. He keep winning like this and being impressive like that. His name, he gonna end up being in some of them fights like his pops was. You know what I'm saying? So again, salute to Emiliano Vargas and that Vargas gang, man, the Vargas family, because they got some real talent over there. Got some real talent over there, man. Good night, man. Good night at boxing. Yeah, real skill, bro. Real skill, and he's schooled. And again, you can't be short on no confidence in a sport like boxing. Like, and I'm gonna get to that more on that when I get to Joshua. And again, I think that's his biggest problem moving forward too in his career. You know what I'm saying? But again, another good fight. Like to see Gary Antoine. Oh man, you talking it, man. Jay, man, I'm telling you, that right there got fireworks written all over it, bro. All over it, man. That right there, we know it's gonna be a war. Solid out. Yeah, Abdullah looked like he's probably gonna be one of the absolute best ones out of his brothers too. I ain't gonna lie. That young boy is dangerous. But Gary Antoine and Subriel Matias is a real possibility. And now that he back in the mix, right? You get what I'm saying? Like the possibilities are endless. Just think about it. I think he mentioned Regis after this fight. So does Russell stand at 140? To my knowledge, he ain't going nowhere. 10K. To my knowledge, he ain't going nowhere right now. You know what I'm saying? So look, all those it makes possibilities. You got Dev entering 140. You got Regis still there. Subriel Matias. You know what I'm saying? Jack Catterall. It's some people there, man. It's some dogs. It's some dogs at 140. He weighed in at 138. Yep, see? And that tells you he can make that weight good. You know what I'm saying? That tells you can make that weight good. So moving on, man. This is going to be quick. It's not so much to say on this because it was a very short night of work for Mr. Gary Antoine Russell on his return against the undefeated 16-0-3. I believe he had 10 knockouts, Kent CRUZ. And man, let me just say, I was looking to see what he improved on, but look, he don't play with his food at all. And he went in there, the bell rung, and he just went to work. He did what Gary Antoine Russell do, and that's get in your chest and beat you up. And that's really what he did, man. His dude is fast, he's strong, he's physical, he in your face, he in your chest, he ain't going nowhere, he relentless. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot to like about Gary Antoine Russell. And the crazy part is that part of his game that he displayed in that short round in which he got his opponent out of there is just one layer of his game. He didn't even get a chance to get into the boxing that I know he's more than capable of doing, that people I know want to see from him. But again, he's a firm believer in bringing out the necessary tools for the job. You get what I'm saying? So if he don't need this certain tool, he ain't going to bring it. You get what I'm saying? And that's how he approached fights. So again, I think when we're asking to see more of the boxing ability and things like that from him, I just think we simply going to have to wait. And it's going to take the right opponent to bring that element of his game out, because I definitely know it's there. You get what I'm saying? And it just makes him that much more dangerous. But he's definitely staying there. Andy Rodriguez is nice, entertaining to watch. It's about Emanuel, but now see how good he is. Yeah, you just know Emanuel different, right? Teach was good with it, Teach. And Russell look like he fights close to his walk-around weight. Real? Rehydrated to 144. That's crazy. Miss Joe at 144 is crazy. Yeah, facts, Jay. Hit him with the boo bop bang. Right, man, he can scrap. True indeed. He wanted to box last night. Yeah, I'm telling you, he got in there, bro, and started putting the mittens to bro, man. I'm like, sheesh, okay, Gary A. Okay. That's how you coming? Okay, cool. So I told people, and I said this, I said, don't be surprised if you don't get a chance to see no ring rust. I was saying this, and people probably think like he been out for a while. He probably gonna have to shake off some. No, he's young. He didn't get injured, and the reason that he took some time off was just to continue to work and be in the lab. So I expected him to be sharp. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't expect him to end the fight in the first round. That was impressive. You get what I'm saying? Undefeated guy, and I know. In recent fights, people been complaining that some of his stoppages been questionable or a bit too early. Well, make no mistake about it. The one from last night was not premature at all. I mean, he beat the fight out of King CRUZ early, man. And he went to work and got that man up out of there. And it was a great, minutes of work for this man. You get what I'm saying? Minute or two, because he went to work fast on this kid, man. So, yeah, he said he could make 135 if he really wanted to. Russell snatch Roby belt. It'd be fun to watch at 10K but I look, he back in the mix now, and he looking fresh. He looking strong, sharp, ready. You get what I'm saying? I just want to see him again. And look, man, it's so real. What we in? August? Man, he really could have another fight before the year is out. For real, for real. He took no damage. None. Like none. That man walked in there clean and walked out of there clean. You get what I'm saying? Walked in clean and walked out clean. And that's what you like to see, man. So yeah, I hurt his hand. That was another reason why I took him. So he did have an injury. Okay, appreciate that, Jay. I didn't think he had an injury. Okay, he did hurt his hand. Well, I say what? At least with it being like a hand injury is something that a lot of fighters deal with at some point in their career, right? Different variations of hand injuries. And at least it ain't something like body-wise, right, where to really slow him down. Because, at least with the one hand being out of commission, you sharpen up even more with the opposite. So, man, I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing to some degree, to the level that he could do it anyway. And then, as we could see, he obviously been sharpening up because we wasn't even able to see ring rust last night. We just seen Gary Antoine Russell do what Gary Antoine Russell do. Is get in there and don't play with his food. He forces that action. You get what I'm saying? He forces that action. He forces you to, he creates the openings for himself by forcing his opponent in uncomfortable situations to make mistakes sooner than they're ready to. And he takes advantage, full throttle, bro. And I love the energy, the attitude. He relentless. Like I said, I think it's power in both hands with that dude. And he nice with it, man. I like what I see from Gary Antoine Russell. Can't wait to see him back. I wish the fight would have went a little bit longer, but I understand they don't get paid for overtime. So I get it. But if that's the way you come back. You get what I'm saying? People had questions and they, people was running their mouth. They was disappointed that he didn't take the title shot against Puyo. But like I told y'all, he'd be okay. All that's going to do is make a better beast. You get what I'm saying? The fact that he got his people that actually care about him, that feel like they wanted to sharpen him up some more before he take a title shot, I think is only going to make him better. And I think about the awareness and patience of his team to assess things after the Francis Bartholomew fight, a fight in which he got a stoppage. And they still said, you know what? Although you got a stoppage, we seen some things in that fight that you need to tighten up on before you go in here and get a title shot. And the reason being, like, you think about that, I'd rather you be prepared for battle than going there and we still got questions and doubt. But now this time you fighting for a title, and then you feel like from that point on, it's only up. So the competition is going to continue to get steeper once you become a champion. So why would you want to enter that situation or that chapter of your life as a champion and not being fully prepared as much as that? You get what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people, when they heard, he ain't taking the title shot, you had different people trying to say he ducked and this and that. Nah, that's not the case, man. But that's just one side of it. But all you had to do is be real with yourself, and you say, hey, look, these dudes want to make sure that their soldier is fully prepared and equipped for battle when they send him in there, instead of sending him in there with certain holes in his game that they know for sure that all it need is to take is some concentration. You get what I'm saying? And some work in the lab to fix up some of these things and then get your guy back out there. Get what I'm saying? It's like they're polishing up the product before sending it back out there for battle. And I appreciate that from a boxing fan standpoint. Like they're trying to make sure Gary Antoine Russell is the best version of Gary Antoine Russell when he out in that ring. You get what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. You get what I'm saying? I do want to see him at his absolute best. And again, when you see the time that it took, and again, like Jay said, he did hurt his hand too, so it took a little longer for him to come back. But when you see the time that it took, and then you see him come back against an undefeated guy who wasn't no slouch, wasn't no pushover by any stretch, and he go in there and polish him off the way he do, you get what I'm saying? You got to look at it like, you get what I'm saying? They really put some work in, bro. Manny Rodriguez 118, he has hands last night. I realized how good he is now. I see how good anyway is because he stopped him with ease. Yeah, anyway, a dog, man. That power just a lot for people to deal with. Salute to my bro, Big Dog Willie, in that super chat, man. He said, happy Sunday, JusDue, because Lord Haney has spoken. The hive, they will come get you, Big Dog.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your JusDue.
Salute to Big Dog Willie, man. They gonna come get you. The hive is gonna get you. They gonna get you. But yeah, man, good win for Gary Russell, man, coming back. And other news for people that if they didn't catch it, they also had Mr. Gary Russell in the ring, and he said he's done with the featherweight division. That's 126. He's saying now, he planning on moving up and giving these bigger guys some rep. So that's a positive note, I guess. You get what I'm saying? It's finally good to see Gary Russell at a different weight class outside of 126 where he's been his entire career. Or like he said, he was, the longest reigning champion for a while there before they found a way to maneuver that belt up off him with that Mark Magsayo fight. We all seen that. But, that's all, water under the bridge now. So now you got him talking about coming up to, 130. So that as long as he is healthy, he gonna give you a good fight. You get what I'm saying? He's not a bad fighter. He never been. But, inactivity has always been his issue. Consistency and constantly getting fights has been his issue. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he moves forward, in terms of who he goes after, who he tries to fight at a higher weight class. It's a bunch of good guys up there at 130 for him to fight. So we'll just have to wait and see. But on that note, man, I think, he did a hell of a job with Gary Antoine Russell, man. If he been working with him, been the main one, I think they've been doing a hell of a job together, and he came in there sharp. That's what I like to see. Ashley's Corner, what's good, Cuzzo? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. Good live earlier, by the way. Good cook as always. Nah, that's Russell moving up. Yeah, right. Moving up 10K. That's what he said. Some up quick. Yeah, Mike, he put hands on that man. This dude, he was very powerful. I'm telling you, he could get you touched, big dog. He could get you touched. He could put you, know what I'm saying? Put a hex on your favorite fighter today, King, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's real. But man, Russell, he was talking. Man, I appreciate you and the content as well, cuzzo. But yeah, man. He was taught not to play with his food, and it was no different last night. And again, great win. I like to see that things seem like they, coming together for them as a family. I think Gary Russell stepped into that trainer role very well. Believe it or not, I think he embracing it. And like he said, it's just like second nature. It's like he already was doing it, but now it's just more solely on him to get it done. And I like this for him, man. I just want to see them dudes be successful. I like the Russell family. I ain't gonna lie. I do. Rock with them. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Gary come back and try to get these dudes at 130 some hell, because any fight he's going to be in is usually going to be a good fight. You get what I'm saying? You're going to get you a good fight. So as long as he get healthy, get in shape, get himself back in there, focus, get back in fight shape, and let's see it. Let's see the fights, man. Gary moving to welter. Oh, man, that'd be too crazy. Gary like 5'4". Ain't no way, boy. Get his boots smoked at 140. I mean 130. I mean 147. His boot smokes. Somebody at 140 got to see Matias. Somebody asked for this man. He a champ. Yeah, he fighting Igashev, Deontay. He fighting Igashev. That's his next fight, Matias. And I believe Igashev is undefeated as well. I might be slightly butchering his name, but that's who Matias fighting next. Do you think Navarrete is a weight bully? No, not really. You get what I'm saying? Not really. I just think he got an awkward, wild frame, and I think the talent, the things that he do well, will give certain style of fighters problems. Like, like for example, he's a volume puncher, and I said this going into the fight, even though I was picking Valdez. He's a volume puncher that throws punches on these strange angles, and they come in combination. And I think, that'll give just about any guy a problem. You get what I'm saying? Especially if your defense is you mainly fighting behind a high guard. And that's one area where I agree with Timothy Bradley 100%. Navarrete is an expert at picking apart guys that fight in that high guard like that. It's like food for him. Like, he's like, he'll treat it like a buffet. I'm telling you, you gotta be more defensively creative than that. You can't just sit up with your hands glued to your face in a high guard. He's gonna pick it apart. He's gonna find openings, whether it's to the body, coming around the hands, like, you get what I'm saying, around the guard. He's gonna do it. He create the openings, whether you gotta split the guard, whatever, hit you with some body shots on both sides, bring your hands down. He's gonna do it. And that's where, Oscar Valdez, his biggest problems was for him. You get what I'm saying? That's where his biggest problems was for him last night. Crush, what's good with it, Crush? Appreciate you sliding through. What's good with it? 30s always his layoffs and can't be Father Time. Your Father Time is undefeated. So that's two elements he'd be working against. Father Time and inactivity, two elements that'll be working against him, should I say, that he'll be fighting against. But moving on to Valdez and Navarrete, because that damn sure was a good action fight. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I expected Valdez to be able to use his jab enough to kind of offset some of that combination punching of Navarrete, but for some reason he just went back to what I guess he typically do, and he had success with that jab, but little up jabs here and there, and they were heavy jabs. It knocked Navarrete head back every now and again, but he just didn't utilize the jab with the consistency that would put him in a position to remain successful. The way he utilized his jab is exactly why he got the results that he got last night. You get what I'm saying? You can't part-time use your jab part-time when you got a guy in there that's constantly, charging up with combinations to, he's sitting in there waiting for you to make any mistakes so he can rip combinations at you, and you sitting behind that high guard just getting picked apart left and right. And it's just not smart. You get what I'm saying? So you would think you would utilize your jab more to try to offset when he wanted to start throwing these combinations, but instead, pardon me, y'all, you'll wait for him. You'll wait for him. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Let me go get something to drink real quick. All right, I'm back. Pardon me, y'all. And what was up? My voice tripping out. That's got heart. That's about it. Russell Jr. was retired. He's been inactive as hell. Kind of forces alcohol on AJ. Yeah, I seen it, Roger. That was weird, wasn't it? That was weird. We're gonna get to that too in a second. Now, dude be bullying dudes in his weight. Like, it's so sloppy. I'm still trying to understand the studies of nonstop. Yeah, man. He just got a style. He got an awkward style, and he got a wiry frame that complements the way he likes to fight. He got long arms. You get what I'm saying? What he had, like a 6-inch reach advantage over Oscar Valdez. Them T-Rex arms came back to hurt him, them little stubby arms. You get what I'm saying? And again, he likes to attack in combination with different angles with the shots. And you can see right off the bat from the first combination that he threw, Oscar Valdez wasn't prepared for that. You can see it in his face. He was looking like, oh, whoa. Like you had to really try to like figure it out. Like, yo, where's these punches coming from and why they keep coming like that? Oscar Valdez was having issues last night. Bro was like, where the hell are these punches coming from? And why he keep punching on all these different angles, man? What is this dude on? I'm like, yo, you can't do that. You can see what Oscar Valdez's mistakes was. You get what I'm saying? And then I think it was about the fourth round. It seemed like Oscar Valdez figured something out. And he started utilizing upper body movement and the head movement, bending at the waist, slipping and sliding, rolling with punches and getting his stuff off. But then he went away from that. And again, once he went away from that, that was one of the only things that was working for you at the time, at that moment in the fight. Then you went right back to what wasn't working, utilizing the jab part-time, landing them part-time, getting hit back, getting countered, getting hit with combinations. You kept having that look on your face like, you get what I'm saying? You ain't know, you just didn't understand where his punches was coming from. Like, you just couldn't see him. And he had them long arms, and this dude really punching in 4 or 5 punch combination, acting crazy. Like, it was one round where dude threw, what did he throw, 99 punches and land 21? Like, what the hell? He was in there fighting a buzzsaw, bro. He was in there fighting a damn buzzsaw. And he was with an unlimited motor. You know what I'm saying? Bro ass ain't get tired at all. Nothing. He just kept fighting. I'm like, damn, yo, it's getting spooky for Oscar Valdez. And then once the eyes started messing up, once his eyes started going, I'm like, oh man, he really in trouble now. His eye going, he about to be in some, you know what I mean? He about to be in for a long night. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew he wasn't gonna get stopped. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, the fact that he is as tough as what he was, I knew he wasn't gonna get stopped. So I knew once the fight started getting out of hand, I knew it was going to get a little bit more rough for him because he's durable enough, tough enough, got a chin enough to, you know, take the punishment. But you seen the way that eye started getting closed, and I could just imagine how hard it got for him to start seeing. But nonetheless, he did have success with those hooks. But again, it just wasn't enough, man. Navarrete was taking those shots pretty well, man. He stung a few times, but he pretty much weathered the storm, man. Late stop, what's good with it? How you feeling about that? Juice is just a B- level fighter. That's real, bro. That's real. Navarrete got a wild style. Just want to see a guy breaking every fundamental skill in boxing. I need to see him lose. Yeah, nah, he'll run into the right one, though. He'll run into the right one. His eyes look worse than James. What's going on with it, fam? How you feeling? He said his eyes look worse than Ugar. The doctor should have stopped it. The doctor didn't even look at him. I wonder why. Oh, you know they ain't stopping that. You already know. They're going to let him fight to the end. They're going to let him fight to the end. Bro have to quit, and they still probably be like, you sure? You sure? You know what I mean? They still be asking, you sure? There ain't no way in hell they wanted that man to lose. But look, that was a damn good fight. I thought that because Navarrete threw so many punches, that Oscar Valdez will understand to try to counter him in between some of his shots. And he did that in spots, and he had success. But it's like, ultimately, he didn't understand. Like, he couldn't figure out where those punches was coming from. You get what I'm saying? And that just was a big problem for him. And again, in that Reynoso camp, they're left hook, right hook heavy, uppercut heavy. Like, you get what I'm saying? Jab is unlimited. Like, get what I'm saying? They jab stay unlimited. And you just can't win being a captain hook all the time. Like, you get what I'm saying? That can't be your only, you get what I'm saying, game plan. Like, you was better off, especially having the shorter arms, and it was hard for you to get yourself in close. You jab your way in, double jab, like not just that one single heavy jab. Like, I wasn't seeing no double, triple jab. Like, I wasn't seeing a lot of IQ last night, respectfully, from Oscar Valdez. I kept seeing the same stuff after the same stuff. You made a minor adjustment, like I said, that paid dividends in about the 4th round, I think, and you started neutralizing some of the offense of Navarrete and slowing the fight down a little bit. That's what he needed to do. He needed more of that to slow the fight down, because there was no way you was going to win with this guy throwing 99 punches in rounds and stuff like that. Like, he was just throwing way too many punches, bro. Way too many punches. Rain trolls. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Facts, bro. It be getting on my nerves, big dog. I done had it, bro. Because they won't let me be great. You know what I mean? With my fair, non-biased assessments all day, every day. Never biased. And they still won't let me live. So I'm like, man. I'm boxing. Yeah, man. Otar would give him problems too. Otar is a busy guy. I still can't believe he threw over 1,000 punches. That's what I'm saying. Laced out. Like, what is he on? Like Valdez, bro. You can't be in that man's punch radius or nowhere where he can rip off those combinations if you are not ready to punch yourself. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, bro. Like, you can't be standing in there. Like, and this dude, and you thinking you gonna block all of those punches coming on those different angles, and it's about 4, 5, 6 of them at times, and you got a high guard up. He eat it alive, bro. He ate that high guard up last night. That what that was? That high guard had no match for the punch variation and punch output of a Navarrete. It had no place. That high guard had no business in the ring last night. That high guard had no business in the ring last night with Navarrete. Don't do that. Joet Gonzalez tried to do the same thing. Joet go watch the fight. If y'all didn't see when Navarrete fought Joet Gonzalez, go watch it, yo. He tried to do the same thing, trying to fight with that high guard. You can't do that with him. Timothy Bradley called that spot on. I always give credit where it's due. That was a spot on, you know what I mean, observation right there. The fact that he said Valdez overrated. I mean, listen, man, he just ain't looking the same nowadays. I ain't gonna lie. Look like Nava had the better footwork. Yeah, he's more fluid, cuzzo. He's a more fluid fighter than Valdez. Valdez is more plodding and heavy on his feet because he try to sit down and he throw everything hard. So Valdez don't fight on his toes. Navarrete got to bounce with him. Valdez don't have that because he's trying to sit down on every single shot, and that's still his problem. How are you this far along in your career and you don't understand that you can't throw every shot hard, or you don't even need to? You get what I'm saying? You don't need to throw every shot that hard, bro. That's why you was missing. Big swinging and missing. You was supposed to be trying to touch this dude. Touch him. Then, change the speed up on the shots. You throwing everything hard and that stuff. I know Navarrete was seeing it from a mile away, bro. He's seeing that stuff from a mile away. Only throw one shot at a time. That's what I'm saying. No combinations. Deontay, none, bro. Meanwhile, you got tarantula arms over here. You get what I'm saying? Daddy long arms. He throwing all types of combinations at you, bro. You wilding out. He over here emptying the clip on you. Hey, he empty the clip, reload, empty the clip. I'm like, bro, you don't see what he doing? Like, I know it ain't easy to deal with, but you gotta change something up. Catch him in between one of those shots. You just sitting there behind that high guard getting, you know what I'm saying? Slightly, not even slightly, just getting picked apart. You know what I mean? You still was a good showing, good effort from Valdez, but you just didn't make a lot of in-fight adjustments, man. You made maybe one good in-fight adjustment. The rest, for me, for the most part, I just seen you fighting the same way. Get what I'm saying? I think you made maybe 1 or 2 adjustments in tactics. You get what I'm saying? But that I can remember right off top. Get what I'm saying? Other than that, there was just almost one-way traffic. I mean, you would get your stuff off, but you would be getting ripped with these combinations. This man catching you with uppercuts. You might catch him with a hook. He'd get his back on a combination. Like, it was ebbs and flows, but you was getting touched up for sure, Oscar. You was getting touched up, man. Nah, facts, Mike. That's what the problem is. He broke Joet's nose and face and nose. Tell him he was beating Joet Gonzalez's ass behind that high guard. I'm like, yo, bro, won't learn that you just can't approach the fight like that with him. You have to be defensively more defensively creative than that. You can't just, you get what I'm saying? He eats that alive. That's like, I'm telling you, it's like he go to town on that. That's a bus of open all day, but all you can eat buffet if you gonna come in a high guard and just sit in a high guard with Navarrete when he throwing them combinations like that. It's not going to be a smart thing to do. That would be very dumb. That's not right. Better footwork, and he was hopping and punching, which is told not to do. Said something. I'm telling you, yeah, he got more of a bounce definitely than Valdez. Valdez is very somewhat stationary and planted, and he plods. He plods forward, and that's another thing that makes it a little difficult for him to cut the ring off as well. You get what I'm saying? And close the gap, should I say, because of the footwork. You get what I'm saying? Or lack thereof. I think need to go 135 back. Yeah, you know they asking for it. Kello, what's good with it, fam? You already know, bro. You need that T. I mean, that phentermine. You needed that phentermine. No phentermine, no win. You know what I'm saying? No phentermine. They're broken after the fight. Question every decision you ever took in life, not just in the ring. Yeah, laced out that one hurt him. He's back there crying. Some good shots. He's just not the same on PDs, right? 88 Sports Talk. What's good with it, fan? I right there was throwing punches and bunches. Oh, they was coming from everywhere, and it was coming from everywhere. 88, bro. You seen the look on Valdez's face. Remember, he was like, yo, whoa, hold on. Bro was like, damn, where they coming from? Telling you, bro, was like an octopus in there. I'm telling you, he was like an octopus, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, Valdez, he was slipping them joints in. I'm like, damn, he clipping Valdez. I'm like, boom, boom. I'm like, damn, Valdez got a chin. But his eye paid for it. His eye paid for it big time. He paid for it with his eye. Because Navarrete took that man eye last night. He damn sure claimed the eye last night, for sure. 100%. That's a claiming. He bodied his eye, for sure. Yeah, you could pack that up. He did that eye filthy. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, he got cement feet, big dog. He got heavy feet, bricks in the feet. Cause he's planted and he throws everything hard. So he don't be on his toes. That's just not how he fight. He not a guy that can be on his toes. He said, I tell you, Oscar thought he was getting jumped in there. I tell you what. After a while, his eyes started looking like he had at least 3 arms punching him at once. Like, get him saying, like, geez. I'm like, bro, he chopping that eye up. And then the crazy part is Navarrete in there looking like he ain't had a fight. He in there looking like he ain't went 1 round. Yo, bro really looked like he went in there to, I don't know, just work out or something, like, and throw punches, like, because Valdez was clipping him and catching him, but just he wasn't able to do no damage. And I think the reason why he wasn't able to get it done in that manner, like, and really put damage to him like that, is because the offense wasn't coming consistently enough. It was just in spots and in spurts. He'll have moments and rounds. You get what I'm saying? Just moments and things like that for the most part. And he probably won a few rounds, but for the most part, I don't know, man. He was getting boxed up. He was getting boxed up for real. Valdez seen 3 different Navarretes last night, and all 3 playing put hands and feet on the fats. That was just coming from the basement. Right. Hey, man, remember I was joking about that? Did y'all see some of them basement uppercuts? So tell me I ain't see some of them basement shots. And he landed a couple of them. Yeah, he did. I was like, nah, bro. Oscar, bro. So you gonna let that man hit you with the basement uppercuts, bro? Bet. You definitely not gonna win. You definitely not gonna beat him. He landing that. He landing the basement uppercut special? Nah, bro. It's over. It's over. Can't let him do it. Like that octopus get off like that. Like he was in a fight at all, right? I was like, damn, bro, clean as hell. Golly. I'm like, damn, did you scratch him? Like, cause we seen you landing the shots. I know, and some make me feel like the shots just wasn't landing as cleanly as maybe what we might think, right? Because I'm like, there's no way. Some of them hooks that he was hitting Navarrete was flush. He caught him with some, but I'm just like, I just guess it just wasn't nearly enough, man. Like, dude, he started breaking Oscar's face eye, swelling him, man. He claimed the eye last night, man. That man could not see out that joint. He could not see out it, for sure. Brad said the same thing. Those levels were insane. I'm telling you. Why did AJ wear white? We don't wear white trunks no more. Probably ever since he got his cherry pop, cuzzo. And that Andy Ruiz popped that cherry, started wearing the white. He ain't feeling godly no more, cuzzo. He ain't feeling godly no more. You know what I'm saying? He ain't feeling it no more. Referee almost got socked out. I think that's the second time that happened. I think that the same thing happened to that referee before. You know what I'm saying? I think he got his cherry pop, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Ruiz, you know. Valdez son came through with a nice performance. Yeah, laced up. Yeah, I was talking about him a little earlier too. Emiliano is like that, I believe. I like his performance. I like his fighting style, his aggression, confidence. You know what I mean? I like his punch selection. You know what I'm saying? Good balanced fighter, man. He got a high ceiling, in my opinion. He got a high ceiling. Yeah, cuz he ain't pure no more, you know what I'm saying? Got his cherry bump, you know what I mean? Got his bump, you know what I mean? Handed to him, man. But yeah, man. But Navarrete and overall, Navarrete and Valdez, you know, it did what it do, man. It was, and I said it. It was either gonna be, you know, that left hook and the patience and poise and the timing of a Valdez, or it was gonna be the volume punching. And the comfort and the front being front foot heavy with Navarrete. And it's funny how I said that, and then in the fighter, one of the little interviews, he said, you know, he gonna stay on, his goal is to stay on the front foot as much as possible and not take a step back. And look how he fought. You get what I'm saying? So he really knew, he understood the assignment, man. He got it done. Mm-hmm. Right? Facts, cuz you know it. Got his cherry pop, man. No disrespect to AJ. I know these just jokes. Just so anybody heard, I'm just joking. But yeah, man, Oscar Valdez and Navarrete delivered. Navarrete kept his belt. He moved on to 38-1 with, what is it? 38-1 with 31 KOs. So dude still like that. He's still nice. I know some people asking him to go up. We'll see what he do, man. We'll see. Absolutely, 10K. He know which ones are goods. But let's move forward, man. Moving past, and let's go to the other main event on the card. You know, earlier in the day, this was Mr. AJ Anthony Joshua making his return in his second fight with Derrick James, and you know, all eyes was on him, rightfully so. And look, I think AJ came out here. He didn't really struggle. I heard some people say he struggled. I can't really say a guy is struggling if he's not losing rounds. And I don't think he was losing rounds in there. So I think he was putting hands on Helenius slowly but surely. I seen him, you know, throwing a single right hands, landing. I seen him setting up for the shot that he ultimately ended him with. I seen that because he caught him with a couple of them joints. And I think they bothered Helenius because each time he got hit with a flush right hand, he kind of tied up immediately. So I kind of seen Joshua setting that shot up. And I don't know if I can fully say, like, it's an issue. I said 6-8. I think he gets him out of there, and he got him out of there in 7. You know what I mean? So it's between 6 and 8. So 7, I mean, that's as close to spot on as you could get. He got him. You know what I mean? He got him. Is Jose Benavidez a player at 160? No. Respectfully, no. I don't think he's ready for Wilder, and that's the crazy part. We're gonna talk about. Salute to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute to the OG. If I missed you, pardon me. Yeah, I talked about him, but we could revisit it. Yeah, the young Vargas, man. Ashley, I think, like I said before, you got Emiliano, you got Amato, and then the other one is the junior. You know what I mean? Fernando Jr., I believe. I think they're all nice, but I think Emiliano is the one. I think he got the goods, man. I think he got a high ceiling. Like I said, he aggressive. I like his style. He aggressive. He confident. He got speed, good reflexes, power in both hands. He's defensively responsible. He's very aware, alert in there. He got good eyes. You know what I mean? Good feet as well. Like, he's very well schooled, yo. You can tell he be in that lab. That young boy can fight. He can fight. He can fight, and I like him. So I think he's gonna be around for a while, is what I was saying. But and also Wilder and two. Yeah. So look, moving back to say look like Glass Joe punch out when he got slapped. Now 100% he did laced out. So look, the issues for Joshua. Look, I like the poise. I like the poise, the patience, right? But inside of some of that poise and patience was him being a little bit too patient, which leads to him looking hesitant in the ring. And again, remember I said this before. It's not heart that he lacks, it's identity. And I think a bit of confidence at times, right? Because he's unwilling to throw punches in combination. And I think, just think about this dude. This dude throws some heavy shots, man. If he punching at you in combination, he really could do some damage. You get what I'm saying? He could really do some damage, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see, man. But again, I think the same problems for him is the overthinking in the ring, being hesitant, being a little reluctant, not being heavy on his front foot, not being physically imposing. You get what I'm saying? Imposing himself on his opponent enough, like he did it in spots. And if y'all remember, if y'all was hearing, like, notice they kept going to him and Derrick James' corner, or AJ's corner. So when Derrick James asked him a couple rounds in a row, "You all right?" You get what I'm saying? "You all right?" Like asking him, like, "You all right?" So, I guess it's a matter of just making sure he stays switched on and focused on the target. And I don't think this was a bad performance. I think he took his time. In taking his time, he didn't take a lot of silly shots. He did get his nose busted up pretty good. He got hit a little bit. It's a fight, right? But overall, I just think if we talking about Wilder, like, I just don't think, like, he's just as ready as he'll ever be. There's not going to be a single fight that he can have that I think is going to ultimately be a deciding factor if he steps in the ring with Wilder. I just think that fight is always going to be what it is. He can't beat him, in my opinion. Like, I think where the areas where he's not his best, where he lacks, where he's deficient, in terms of like identity and confidence and being reluctant and a little gun shy at times and overthinking, that's not Wilder. Wilder is full of confidence. Despite win, lose, or draw, he's full of confidence. His identity is intact. He knows exactly who he is and who he ain't. You get what I'm saying? And he ain't going to be reluctant. He ain't going to be hesitant. If anything, he's going to be smart, but he ain't going to be hesitant. And again, with him being plodding and big and kind of little, slow on his feet, Wilder is much slimmer, more athletic. He can move a lot smoother in the ring, easier, lighter on his feet. I think the right hand will find his home, and I don't think it'll take all night. Respectfully, I don't even know what round to put on it, but I just don't think it'll take all night. And I think the first real right hand that he feel, it might be, it might be Curtains. It was coming back from his opponent's right undercard, and that leads him to look a little bit hesitant in the ring and not as confident. Like, he's not confident in throwing more than 1 or 2 punches at a time at the most. Like, really, like, you get what I'm saying? Imagine him throwing a 3, 4, 5 punch combination or something, but placing them. You get what I'm saying? Like, he'd be very damaging in my opinion. And I think he worried about what he'll get hit with in the midst of ripping his combinations. And I think as a result, he's always going to be hesitant. It's always going to put him in a position to be a hesitant guy. You get what I'm saying? And second guess himself. And again, just those type of factors going into a Wilder fight could be detrimental. Like, you can't go in there lacking confidence, identity, being gun shy, not willing to throw punches, overthinking, being reluctant in there, a little lackadaisical, plotting with your feet, standing in front of your opponent. All these different things, I believe, truly get you knocked out by Wilder. You get what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. But I know when they asked him about it, he said something about, is it a doctor in the house, his back? Then said he carrying the heavyweight division, something weird like that, and climbed out of the ring. So I don't think he willing to fight him. Yeah, facts, 10K. Bam and Sonny is made. That's gonna be a good fight. Bam talking. Sonny talking very confident, bro. Sonny talking very confident. He's very confident he could win this fight against Bam Rodriguez, man. We gonna see, but like 4 months from now, it's a little ways away. He said, nah, it's all good. Undercard, we here to chop up the post fights. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I mean, in spots, Valdez look gun shy, but I think for good reason. And I think the reason he looked gun shy was it wasn't a lack of confidence, at least not going into the fight. It wasn't, but I think he started getting deterred and he had to second guess what he was throwing because every time he threw, he'd just get hit with stuff and combinations and shots coming on angles that he ain't prepared for, splitting his guard, going around his guard, just catching him off guard. Like, you get what I'm saying? Navarrete is a lot to deal with, especially for a guy that only fights behind a high guard defensively. Like, that's not going to cut it. For the most part, predominantly behind a high guard. You've seen when Valdez switched tactics and he started using the upper body movement, the head movement, and getting low and swiveling and, rolling out of the way, he was slipping punches, making Navarrete miss. But once he went away from that, it was more the same. He was just right back in the wheelhouse, right back in the target radius for this dude to just explode with combinations, and he just continued to do that throughout the fight at a good pace, and it got to a point in the fight, like I said, dude threw 99 punches in a round. How you throw over 1,000 punches? Like, he was wilding in there. So you can't be in the fire if you're not ready to burn a guy back. You get what I'm saying? Because if you in the fire and ain't ready to fight back, you're gonna get burned. So what I mean is you got to control that distance and range. If you ain't ready to attack, you can't be sitting. You can't be a sitting duck sitting right in there for him to clip you with shots. And that's exactly what was happening. So you got to do better than that. Got to, man. Got to do better than that. And uppercuts were heavy. I'm telling you. And I mean, and definitely Mike, because he bring them joints from the basement. Get what I'm saying? Them joints coming from grandma's basement. Them uppercuts, bro. Uppercuts coming from grandma's basement. Bring out Rata and Shaki Foster. I said that too. I said that in Dub chat the other day. Big Dog said AJ did look all right last night. Yeah. He didn't do bad. He got his nose busted up again pretty good for his second fight in a row, but it's boxing, right? You're gonna get hit, but ultimately he was patient and he worked his way through the rounds, navigated pretty well. Didn't give up a lot of rounds, if any. He was controlling Helenius. Helenius just didn't have a ton of to offer, to be honest. And, the dude just, let's be honest, the dude just had a fight 72 hours ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boy, 72 hours removed off having a fight and went there and got sent to the shadow realm again. Look how he stretched out right there, yo. That's why AJ do him like that, yo? AJ did that man bad. Oscar made him miss, but they're making pay. Nope. And I think at that point, Okello, the reason why he wasn't making him pay when he was making a miss is because at that point, Navarrete had Oscar Valdez a little tamed, like, because he already caught him. But remember that opening combination that Navarrete threw? How he landed it from the rip? Like, the first combination he threw, he landed. I was like, oh, it's going to be a long night for Oscar. It's going to be a long night. I could tell when a dude landed combination from Jump Street, like the first one he throw, touch you up with it, catch you off guard. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be one of them. He ain't going to see where these punches coming from, man. Yeah, AJ had some swelling too. He definitely did. Yeah, he did. I can't see AJ touching Wilder at all. I can see him landing shots, but I think ultimately if he gets brave, I just think the right hand will set him straight. You know what I mean? The right hand will set him free in that fight. An expensive nap. He exactly 100%. He took him an expensive nap. You know what I'm saying? Expensive nap in front of everybody. But ultimately, you can see AJ trying to make some subtle improvements with, trying to control the range a little bit better. You know what I mean? I think you could see him utilizing the jab with more intent because he was utilizing that jab. I like to see AJ using that jab. That's a good look. AJ using a consistent jab, that's a good look for him. So I seen him doing that. You know what I'm saying? I seen him working on some things, trying to, not find himself out of position and things like that. So he moved well in that particular fight, right? But again, that's against Helenius, who just moves funny in the fight. He has a funny, weird style to me anyway, and it's not like awkward. It's just a weird style. His fighting style is weird. Like he be pushing his punches. You get what I'm saying? He never really seemed like he threw things with the right type of intent a lot of the fight, because I think he was worried about too what was coming back. And again, if y'all seen those single right hands landing early, you can see AJ potentially setting him up for that shot that got him up out of there, and he did it. Converse Bud rematch. We need to see it. We fight for Bud at welterweight. And y'all, Gerald Washington, AJ fighting, and turned it down because the offer wasn't right. Stayed with the Chisora fight. It's possible. No, it's possible. And Helenius on a quick turnaround. He just looking at it probably like, I just get another quick bag. So he probably ain't. You get what I'm saying? Helenius definitely ain't breaking the bank for them. Khan, let Bud be undisputed. That's the greatness of Khan. He shares the wealth. Big Dog is savage, bro. He said Khan shares the wealth, bro. So he let him be share undisputed, huh? We're gonna see, but I think that's all the fights, man. Well, nah, my bad. I'm lying. It was we had somebody just mentioned it. What other fight was it? It was Gerald Washington and Derek Chisora. Yeah, Chisora ended up beating Gerald Washington. I think Gerald Washington is just past it, respectfully. I think he just couldn't get it done, pushing his punches and things like that. And it's crazy not letting his hands go, because when he did listen to Malik Scott, he was successful, but he just wasn't listening. Simple and plain. Like the instruction that I was hearing, that's not what I was seeing him do. He wasn't executing, and the moments that he did it, he was successful. I felt like either one of those guys was a knockout waiting to happen, and it's crazy, a little surprising that nobody got knocked out in that fight, but they did. Gerald didn't want to get knocked out right. He ain't want to go with Kello. He was trying, man, hanging in there, but I was like, this fight is a little, it's a little, you know what I mean? But again, another fight too that I don't know, man. That fight was a little weird until you got the stoppage too. What's his name? Hergovich fighting what's his name? McKean, that he was fighting, Dempsey McKean. He was getting touched in that fight, bro. I didn't get to catch Marcus Brown. Did anybody else see it? Did he stretch dude? I didn't get to catch Sir Marcus. Remember, we had the top, for those that was in the building, we had the top rank join up, and their stream was messed up like for most of the night. Damn, Big Dog. Big Dog said Gerald not even a journeyman no more. He say he's just a dude wear gloves. Sheesh. Yeah, big ass ex-football player. But he's 40, and he passed it to me. Yeah, Marcus still in there. Kello. Got him some braids. I think he had braids now and everything. Marcus Brown made a return. I just don't know how he did. Nah, you ain't lying, Big Dog. Now at this point, man, like he just can't get it. He can't get it done. Now little Mel gonna be talking this week. I hope so, yo. I want to see it. He said they demoted. Jose Benavidez Jr. to the prelims. You heard he did well. Macadoo's Mac of the side, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, he got a TKO. From what I heard, Jose Benavidez Jr. got a TKO, and I think Jesse Hart fought yesterday too, and I believe he got a TKO. I believe he got a TKO. I think Cordell Booker fought yesterday. These dudes just be fighting on so many different platforms. It's truly hard to keep up with them all. Albert Bell had a win recently too. Salute to Albert Bell. He got a knockout win. If you're giving you the business, then it's time to go. And he going big dog. He gonna have burgers for you when y'all get in the locker room, bro. I seen Matt at his post fights. Like he be having burgers for you, whether you beat him or he beat you. He got burgers. He's debuted at 160, right? Right. So you got a TKO. Win. So we're gonna see. I mean, I just don't expect him to be a player at 60. I think 60 is going. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some winnable fights, but once you start getting to the upper echelon of the division or the middle of the pack guys, even it's gonna get tough. It's good to see he's still at it though. He ain't quit. He ain't give up. Well, I respect it, but he ain't got too much longer. Yeah, so you want a couple more fights. The title shot, we all think he's ready now, right? I just think he feel like he patient and he don't want to feel like when he make that jump, he rushed. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like oftentimes you don't hear fighters talk like that, but that's the reason why I try to understand why he feel like that. And I think it's just about really for sure, like, because I know he feel like for the most part he can go in there and fight one of these champions now. But maybe I know he'll feel even more comfortable probably in his mind if he get another couple fights. And that's also something his team has said too. So maybe you do get another one or two and then get an actual title shot, which it still won't be late, right? Because what is he, 17-0 now? Say 2 more fights, he'd be 19-0. You get a title shot in your 20th fight. That wouldn't be bad. It'd be kind of ideal in a way, right? So I think his vision for himself is very realistic, and I don't think it has to cost him a ton of time to get it done, right? It's just about being smart, strategic as he's been, him and his team, and keep putting them wins together. Keep knocking these dudes out if you could, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to see. Jose Benavidez Jr. versus G. So GGG retired. He waited for Canelo. I don't know what's up with GGG, man, but I'll tell you what. Like, he vacated the straps and did all types of stuff. Like I don't know. To be 100% honest with you, I don't know what he would be waiting for to retire at this point. I'm dead serious. Like I don't know what direction Triple G would go right now. What are you gonna do? He 40 and pretty much he G40 now. He went from Triple G to G40. You know what I'm saying? So G40 might as well hang it up. But who else, man? His kid Johnny Fisher. Yeah, but Hrgovic, man. Hrgovic. He did get a stoppage, I believe, late. I think it was a 12th round something, but he didn't look his best, and he wasn't listening to Ronnie Shields either. And for people to be talking about Hrgovic like he one of them ones, I'm just not sure. The jury's still out on him. That's what I meant to say. You know what I mean? Hrgovic, man. So I still got to see more from him because his performances be like up and down. And even in a win like how he got it, it was still spotty. Like I think he was getting touched. Yeah, some great interviews. Definitely needs to do more promotion. Right, he is a smart dude. He's a smart kid, Kello. That's one thing you can get from Gary Antoine when he speak. You can tell he's smart and he try to think before he speak. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't a young boy running his mouth. You know. But he did a hell of a job last night in that one round that we got to see him. Like he ain't waste no time playing with his food, man. He beat Buddy ass and quick. So again, hopefully he get back in the ring before the year out, because it's real possible for that to happen. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why he can't get another fight before the year out. Another fight before the year out would be good, but again, man, Emiliano, good fight, good knockout. Gabriel Maestre's upset knockout over Trayvon Marshall. Trayvon Marshall will be back. I know that. I'm still rocking with him. Oscar Valdez got handed the second loss of his career, and he took some punishment. He got his eyes snatched in that fight. He put up a good effort, but it just wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough. And Navarrete, man, let's see where he go from there. Like I said, he at 130. Why wouldn't we want to see him and O'Shaquie Foster? I'm calling for that right from the rip, because they keep talking about, I know O'Shaquie Foster got some business to handle with. I think it's Rocky Hernandez that he fighting too, so got to wait to see how that go first. But I would love to see Navarrete fight O'Shaquie Foster at 130. Why not? Especially if he's going to still be campaigning there. He just defended his title, so he either stay there and fight the other champions, which I'm sure he'd be willing to do, or he move up to 35 and fight some of them killers up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Miss Joette had asked that too, undercard, and I think we kind of know in a sense why. Get what I'm saying? A little bit, like, you get what I'm saying? They, you know, these dudes, you know, they wasn't gonna stop that fight unless. It's so real. If Oscar Valdez wanted to stop the fight, they probably asked him multiple times before they actually stopped it. He just begged them, they'd be sure. I mean, they wasn't letting that fight stop. Not that for what was on the line. Like, you know, that war, the way they built it and promoted this fight, they wasn't letting nobody stop it. But and again, they wanted to see if somebody would get stopped more so than anything. They damn sure wasn't gonna stop it. But they just wanted to let that, you know, or then again, really just give Oscar Valdez a chance, though, being that who he is, his name, or whatever the case. If I go on a purse bid. Right, yeah, man, shocking, huh? Yeah, shocking. And you got some good fighters at 30, shocking. Navarrete, you got I gotta ask bro if it's a date on that Hector Garcia and Lamont Roach fight. Hey, Morales was liking the Smell fight, walked off on the interview. Yeah. I think he ain't like the 10K, he ain't like the Canelo question, period. Because he asked him about Canelo from the one I seen anyway. He asked him about Canelo something. And he said, as soon as he said something, he just walked off. He wanted to hear it. Yeah, it was Canelo Charlo, but I think they were saying it like he don't like, you know, because he don't rock with Canelo like that. Eric Morales wasn't beat. But yeah, man, I think I wrapped up on all the fights for the most part. Again, let's see where Anthony Joshua go from here. I know they asked him about Deontay Wilder. We heard what he said and climbed up out of the ring. That was a weird response. And then on top of that, you know, you got Eddie Hearn in the ring talking about January or something. Let's go, January. And you got to take that with a grain of salt, because how is he speaking like that? And the fighter just got asked himself about if he's going to fight the guy, and look how he responded. You get what I'm saying? So he didn't respond like a guy that truly want to fight. You get what I'm saying? He didn't respond like that. Hitchens versus Zepeda. I think Hitchens is going to beat the stew out of Zepeda. I think Hitchens going to beat his ass. I think he's going to take him to school. I think it'd be a good fight, though. It'd be competitive, but in spots. But I think Hitchens really is going to cook him. Like 10K said, I think he's going to cook that dude and, you know, start really cementing his name at 140. You get what I'm saying? That's going to be a real good win for him if he get that win. And I think I don't want to put the, you know, just count Zepeda out, but Hitchens is very responsible defensively, sharp, fast, reflexes good defense, hand speed is on point. You get what I'm saying? A sharp dude in there, Richardson Hitchens. So I think he's gonna just be too sharp, too accurate, too poised and polished for Zepeda, respectfully, and I think he's gonna dust him off. Probably be a points decision, but I think he's gonna be touching bro up. I tell you that. It should be a good ass fight. It should be a real good fight. But yeah, overall, man, salute to everybody in the building. This was a great night of boxing last night. Being Boxing News, what's good with it, family? Gary Antoine, do that 140, yes sir. Hitches and Mortai, some hidden talents. Yeah, Mortai, nice. I would like to see him and Shakur as well, Mortai. Especially being that he had to pull out that fight. I mean, good question. What hurts more? Canelo clutch or the figure four leg, or the camel clutch or the figure four leg lock? Oh, man, maybe the figure four. I don't know. Figure four, what you think, big dog? But nah, Mortai, they starting to know him. People better be paying attention, though, because he nice. And I think they're going to keep building him, which is why they probably not going to put him in one of those type of super risky fights with another star-type talent. Who knows? But I would like to see him mix it up with any of the other top dudes. I like him. And Gary Antoine is a dog for real. And, it's going to be fun to see these potential matchups next, man. Like, who they going to give him? Like, you get what I'm saying? Kent Cruz, they just got him. At some point, like, you're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? Who they going to put him in there with next is what I want to know. Can't wait to see it already. And he made such quick work of this dude. Like, we don't got no choice but to be like, we appreciate the performance. We love it. Go ahead, take you a break. But then who would you like to fight next? Or do you even know, or you don't care? You know what I'm saying? Because Gary Antoine going to be, I think, a good matchup for anybody they put him in there with. It's just a matter of when they finally test him. Because I think he mentioned Regis after his fight or something like that. So who wouldn't watch Regis and Antoine mix it up? So who wouldn't, man? That'd be a hell of a fight at 140. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see. But Helenius got sent to the shadow round, the sunken place again. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? Favors Valdez next. He said the camera was hurt. Sheik used that move. Figure four is a class move. Ric Flair special. You might be right, bro. Might be right. You might definitely be right, bro. I have to say, yeah, Anthony Joshua gave people the DX. He told people to suck it last night after he won too. He bogus as hell for that. Disrespectful goof and disrespect to folks like that now. But yeah, man, let's see what's next. He talking about his back. He carrying the heavyweight division and jump out the ring on some weird stuff. Eddie Hearn in the ring, probably lying through his teeth, talking about January. Let's do it. Because you just was talking about December. You just was saying December. Now it's January. So it's like, whatever, bro. I mean, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I don't think AJ's ready to get in there with him. Gary was an honorable roasted title eliminator. That'd be good. That'd be a good fight, yo. But again, appreciate everybody pulling up on this Sunday. Light cook, just a little recap of the last night's fights, man. Yeah, AJ is a little strange, I'll say that. He's just strange. The things he do just throw me off. It be confusing me. You know what I mean? But appreciate everybody pulling up. Y'all make sure y'all punch the like button for me on the way out. Salute to everybody that pulled up for those back-to-back streams. Like I said, we did like less than 10 minutes shy of 10 hours. So we really rounded off. We did 10 hours of streaming, putting that work in. So y'all just continue to support the grind. We're going to keep grinding. Like I say, 10 hours straight on no live stream ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Omega Red, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? And again, overall, great night of boxing. It was fun to watch. AJ told the one from Fight Hype that he did that because he's a fool, bro. AJ is shout out, man. AJ is silly, man. He's silly as hell, man. For real. For real. Salute to Omega Red, but he's a silly guy, man. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see at the end of the day where he goes from here. Like I want to be optimistic that it's Wilder because I know who to check with. Say no more. I know who to check with. But yeah, man, much love and appreciation to everybody, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all keep rocking out with your boy. But y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Sunday, man. And we're going to be back at it tomorrow, man. The grind don't stop at our time at 4 o'clock. You already know how we do. So with that, we're going to get up out of here, family. Peace.